The hooked cross, or Hakenkreuz in German, became the infamous Nazi symbol in 1925 when Hitler finalized his party's image. A black swastika rotated 45 degrees set inside a white circle on a red background. These colors echoed the old German Imperial flag, denouncing the black-red-gold flag of the Weimar Republic, while the swastika itself was twisted into a racial emblem for Aryan supremacy. The formal Nazi symbol was an eagle atop a swastika with two versions. The Parteiadler faced left and represented the Nazi party, while the Reichsadler faced right and served as Germany's national emblem. The eagle originated with the Holy Roman Empire, which copied it from the Roman army's eagle standard, symbolizing strength and unity. Over time, it appeared in the coats of arms of the Teutonic Knights and the Kingdom of Prussia, becoming a symbol of German unity before the Nazis modified it. However, Hitler didn't invent the swastika, of course. He stole it. It had already appeared in Germany in 1907 on the flag of the Order of the New Templars, an Austrian nationalist secret society. But the swastika is much older than that. It has ancient roots in India, where it represented good luck and well-being. The word swastika comes from the old Sanskrit language, meaning conducive to well-being. Across Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism, it's a positive spiritual symbol. The swastika also appeared in ancient Greece for Zeus, in Rome for Jupiter, and in Norse mythology for Thor. Native American tribes like the Navajo and Hopi used it as a good luck charm. Even the US 45th Infantry Division had a swastika shoulder patch. Despite its global history as a symbol of positivity, the Nazis' 20-year use has left a lasting stain on the symbol. The double Victory-Rune, or Doppel-Sieg-Rune in German, was the iconic symbol of the Schutzstaffel, short SS, meaning something like Defense Corps. Designed in 1933 by SS Commander Walter Heck, it featured two Sig runes side by side, resembling lightning bolts. The design carried a double meaning. It symbolized both the initials of the SS and the rallying cry "Victory, Victory." The Sig rune, originally the Sovilo rune from ancient runic alphabets, traditionally represented the sun. However, Völkisch mystic Guido von List reinterpreted it into his pseudo-runic Armanen system to mean victory. The Nazis adapted this reinterpretation for the SS, which became the regime's paramilitary arm and a key agent of surveillance, terror, and atrocities across German-occupied Europe. The SS Death's Head, or Totenkopf emblem, originated in Prussian military tradition. First associated with the Prussian Death's Head Hussars, an elite cavalry unit, it was also worn by members of the German Imperial family. During World War I, it appeared as a regimental badge and was later adopted by the Freikorps, paramilitaries opposing communism in post-war Germany. Under the Weimar Republic, the 5th Cavalry Regiment retained the Totenkopf, continuing its imperial cavalry heritage. In the early Nazi period, it was used by Hitler's personal bodyguard unit, the Stabswache, which evolved into the Schutzstaffel. The SS adopted the emblem for their caps, especially for their Totenkopfverbände unit, which was responsible for the Nazi concentration camps. Nazi Germany's regular army also used it as a badge on uniforms. The wolf's hook, or Wolfsangel, is a heraldic symbol originating in medieval Germany and eastern France, inspired by wolf traps used in the Middle Ages. The symbol features a Z-shaped hook, often stylized with a central horizontal bar that can be reversed or rotated. In its early use, the wolf's hook was thought to have magical powers and was believed to ward off wolves, appearing on medieval banners and town seals in forested regions of Germany. In the 15th century, it even became a symbol of German liberty and independence, associated with peasant revolts and the 30 Years' War. During the Nazi era, the Wolfsangel was adopted by Nazi groups, particularly used by the Waffen-SS and their divisions. Today, the symbol is especially linked to neo-Nazi groups like the Aryan nations, who have used a variation of the wolf's hook, replacing the crossbar with a sword. Rune symbols. The SS runes were esoteric symbols used by the Schutzstaffel from the 1920s to 1945, shown on flags, uniforms and other items. They represented aspects of Nazi ideology and Germanic mysticism, as well as virtues idealized in SS members. Some of the key runes were the Odal rune, representing heritage and land. It symbolized the SS's goal of maintaining racial purity, notably used by the 7th SS Volunteer Mountain Division. Today, it's linked to white supremacy and used by groups like the American National Socialist Movement or the Italian National Vanguard. Next we got the Eif rune, a version of the Eivas rune. It was used by Hitler's personal adjutants like Rudolf Hess. The Hagal rune symbolized unshakable faith in Nazi philosophy, featured on the SS Honor Ring, a personal award from Heinrich Himmler, the leader of the SS, given to senior officers. The Life rune. This symbol was used by the Lebensborn program, which supported SS families and other Aryan groups. It represented racially valuable families. The Death rune was the inverted version of the Life rune, used by the SS to symbolize death on documents and grave markers, replacing the traditional cross symbol. And finally, the Tyr rune was associated with the god Tyr and war, symbolizing military leadership and battle in SS ideology. The Iron Cross originated as a military decoration in the Kingdom of Prussia and continued through the German Empire and Nazi Germany. Its design is derived from the insignia of the 13th century Teutonic Order. During World War II, the Nazis modified the Iron Cross by adding a swastika on the medal. After the war, the medal was discontinued but later adopted by neo-Nazis and white supremacists as a hate symbol. In the US, the Iron Cross became popular among outlaw bikers and skateboarders in the post-World War II era as a symbol of rebellion, but also in logos for various companies. As a result, the Iron Cross is now also used in non-Nazi contexts, especially in the US, but its meaning can vary. The Celtic Cross, originally a form of Christian cross with a ring, emerged in Ireland, France and regions evangelized by Irish missionaries in the 9th to 12th centuries. However, the symbol was once again hijacked. In the 1930s and 40s, the symbol was adopted by Norwegian Nazis, and in more recent years it has become a staple for neo-Nazis, the KKK, and other white supremacist groups. But they use a squared version of the Celtic Cross rather than the traditional elongated Christian design. This version is now widely recognized as a generic hate symbol disconnected from its original context. Broken Sun Cross. This is a variation of the sun wheel, whose origins trace back to prehistoric times and cultures from Scandinavia to India. Typically an equilateral cross within a circle, it was a Bronze Age symbol representing the sun, life or spirituality in many traditions. However, its version with broken arms, resembling a curved swastika, took on ominous connotations within Nazi symbolism. The Thule Society, a proto-Nazi occultist group active in the early 1900s, adopted this broken sun cross as their emblem. They linked it to a supposed pre-Christian Aryan origin, claiming that the German people descended from ancient advanced civilizations like the Hindu, Persian and Greco-Roman cultures. This was part of their broader pseudo-scientific narrative of Aryan superiority, with the sun cross representing this mythical lineage. The symbol was also embraced by the German Faith Movement, a Nazi-era religious group that sought to replace Christianity with a belief system rooted in Germanic paganism and Nazi ideology. The 5th SS Panzer Division, which operated on the Eastern Front, also used the broken sun cross as part of their insignia. The Black Sun, aka the Sun Wheel or Sonnenrad in German, is another ancient symbol co-opted by the Nazis. Originally found in the symbology of cultures like the Old Norse and Celts, the sun wheel has countless variations. In Nazi Germany, this symbol gained prominence through its association with the SS, particularly under Heinrich Himmler, who had it prominently displayed at Wewelsburg Castle, his envisioned spiritual hub for the SS. The version popular among modern white supremacists consists of two concentric circles with 12 crooked rays emanating outward, often in combination with other symbols like the swastika in its center. While the Black Sun has clear ties to Nazi ideology and is embraced by neo-Nazi groups today, similar symbols are used in various cultural contexts worldwide, therefore it's not always connected to Nazism. The Triskelion is an ancient Celtic symbol with three curved or jointed segments spiraling out from a center. This one has various forms, including one that looks like a three-pointed swastika or with curved lines and curlicues. While the Triskele has ancient roots, the Nazis adopted it, and post-World War II, the South African white supremacist group Afrikaner Weerstandsbeweging used it in their logo. They replaced the swastika with a triskele resembling three interlocking sevens, which is now strongly tied to white supremacy. This 3/7 triskelion is often seen in racist skinhead logos like Blood and Honor and is a common tattoo in the scene. Number symbols. Neo-Nazis use numbers as codes, for example in graffitis or tattoos. 18 represents Adolf Hitler with A and H as the first and eighth letters of the alphabet. 88 stands for Heil Hitler, meaning Hail Hitler, referencing the Nazi salute with the eighth letter. 14 refers to David Lane's 14 words. He was an American neo-Nazi and founder of the defunct terrorist organization The Order. His slogans are popular among neo-Nazis and the alt-right. And then we got 111. This is a numeric code used by the Aryan Knights, a prison gang from Idaho, but there's also numerous other ones. The Atomwaffen division logo. This features a Waffen-SS style shield with a trefoil, the radiation warning symbol. Sometimes it's surrounded by a garland, a common element in white supremacist logos. Atomwaffen, meaning atomic weapons in German, is a neo-Nazi group that began in the US in 2016 and became globally infamous for extreme violence, including murders and terrorism. The Aryan Fist, or White Power Fist, is an upright clenched fist symbolizing defiance and power. Originally a black power symbol in the 1960s, it was appropriated by white supremacists in the 1980s, replacing the dark-skinned fist with a white one, often used to signify white pride. Fasces. This bundle of sticks with an axe symbolizes power and authority. Originating from the Etruscans and adopted by ancient Rome, it represented a ruler's might. Over time, it became a symbol of government authority, appearing in heraldry, on US symbols like the Mercury dime and in Congress. In the 20th century, Benito Mussolini adopted the symbol for his fascist movement in Italy. In the 2000s, white supremacist groups like Vanguard America, Patriot Front, and the National Socialist Movement began using the fasces because it lacks the stigma of the swastika. The crossed hammers, used by the violent skinhead group Hammerskins, features two hammers over a cogwheel, often in the colors of the Nazi flag. They use this logo globally, with variations reflecting local colors or symbols. The Imperial German flag. This older flag from Imperial Germany is often used by German neo-Nazis as a substitute for the banned swastika. While the original flag had no racist or anti-Semitic meaning, it has been co-opted by neo-Nazis in Germany, Europe, and the US to signal their ideology. The SA symbol, short for Sturmabteilung. This represents Hitler's brown-shirted stormtroopers, who were paramilitary forces used to intimidate opponents before and after Hitler's rise to power. After 1934, when many SA leaders were killed, it was overshadowed by the SS. Post-World War II, some neo-Nazis, particularly in Europe, adopted the SA symbol as other Nazi imagery was banned. The hammer and sword symbol was used by Strasserists, followers of a more radical, worker-focused form of Nazism known as Strasserism. This ideology, led by Otto and Gregor Strasser, emphasized revolutionary nationalism and economic anti-Semitism, opposing both communism and Hitler's version of Nazism. Strasserism found support within the Sturmabteilung but was purged by Hitler during the Night of the Long Knives in 1934, with key leaders including Gregor Strasser killed. The black front flag symbolizing Strasser's party is still used by neo-Nazis as an alternative to the banned Nazi flag. The Arrow Cross or Cross Star originates from the Arrow Cross Party, a Hungarian fascist party active between 1935 and 45. This party was aligned with Nazi Germany, promoting anti-Semitic policies and participating in wartime atrocities. In the decades since, the symbol has been adopted by neo-Nazi and white supremacist groups worldwide. In the United States, it serves as the logo for the nationalist movement, a small Mississippi-based group. The Spear of Phinehas goes back to a 1990 book by white supremacist and Christian identity follower Richard Hoskins titled Vigilantes of Christendom, the story of the Phinehas priesthood. According to Hoskins, this so-called priesthood consists of avengers who commit violent acts to uphold racial purity and God's law, taking inspiration from Phinehas, an Old Testament figure who killed a fellow Israelite for marrying a foreign woman to protect Israel's purity. Despite the dramatized claims in the book, no organized Phinehas priesthood exists, at least not officially. The idea gained brief traction in the mid-90s when individuals who carried out robberies and bombings in the US claimed to be Phinehas priests. However, the concept is mostly symbolic and has become more of a meme among hardcore Christian identity adherents. The symbol is a P with a horizontal line running through it and serves as a marker for this niche ideology. Still, there are some photos of tattoos with this symbol. The crossed grenade emblem represents the Dirlewanger Brigade, a notorious Waffen-SS unit led by Oskar Dirlewanger. Known for extreme brutality, the brigade was involved in horrific acts during World War II, including suppressing the 1944 Warsaw Uprising. Dirlewanger's unit gained a reputation for sadism and atrocities even within the Waffen-SS. Boots and laces. In the 70s, skinheads in Britain adopted steel-toed work boots as part of their style, which became associated with violence. Racist skinheads often wear red or white shoelaces to identify themselves, with leather lacing common to avoid crossed laces. Some even get a tattoo with this symbol on their head. Thanks for watching guys, and check out the channel for more videos.